Hello everyone, it's Carrie Heaps with Chromatic Counsel, and I am coming at you with another color card reading, this time for my summer palette peeps. So if you are a summer, this reading is going to be for you. I've already shuffled my color cards. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Be sure to click the subscribe button so you know when we go and upload any more videos that would be pertinent to your season. I do the color readings for all four seasons: summer, spring, winter, and autumn. And this particular reading, these are for entertainment purposes. Take what resonates with you, flush the rest. If you are a summer, typically the summer personality is associated with elegance, calmness, emotional intelligence. Some of the most powerful people in the world are summers. They often come across as refined, trustworthy, graceful, quietly confident. Summers typically project a smooth and polished presence that makes others feel comfortable and at ease, and their softer, cooler palette enhances their sophistication and creates an impression of professionalism, diplomacy, and timeless beauty. So again, if you are a summer, this reading is for you. Now, the way I do the color card readings, I do use The Secret Language of Color Cards by Ines Segal. If you're interested in that color deck, there is a link in the show notes below. If you do not know what your season is, there's also a link in the show notes for you to do a virtual online color analysis where you find out what your season is. You get a color card so you can put that in your wallet or purse and use it to go shopping. The particular color card reading I'm doing today is based on your color personality. I pull 4 cards. The colors are not for you to wear. It's for colors that you want to have around you. So maybe on your desk, in front of you, maybe near your bedside, to help you manifest certain things that you're wanting or needing in your life right now. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I'm going to pull this first one. Oh, black. Find richness from the dark night. Pull another one kind of closer to the front here. Indigo, improve your vision. Purple seems to be a really popular color this month with all of the color readings that I have been doing. It seems every season has at least 1 or 2 purples that I've been pulling. Burgundy, awaken your passion. I love this card. And I'm going to pull another one here kind of closer to the end. Emerald, calm your mind, body, and soul. So we have emerald, burgundy, indigo, and black. So these are the 4 colors that if you are a summer that you want to have around you. Again, whether that's for a picture or jewelry or a little trinket that you could have on your desk. So I'm just going to kind of go in order here. So the first one that I pulled is black. Find richness from the dark night. This is really telling me that some of you who are tuning in have probably really been going through maybe sort of a tough time. Maybe you're coming out of something that's been really dark for you. And this can be something different for everyone. It could be someone passing that's been close to you. It could have been you lost your job, you've lost your business, or you've gone through some type of major change in your life that has been really hard. It's been super disruptive. It's almost like hitting a brick wall. But find richness from this, and I know that this is tough to do when you are going through it, myself included. Whenever I've gone through hard times, it's really, you can't see the forest through the trees, so to speak. But just know think about what you've gone through. This card typically tells us that things are starting to clear up for you, and you can pull from your experience. Now, whether that's you're going to pull from that experience and you're going to create something new, it's going to be a learning lesson for you. It could turn into something brand new for you and put you on a different route. If you look at any successful person, when I say successful, I mean financially successful in life. I actually was reading through an article about this, and they did an interview, but they were talking about, I think it was like the 5 most successful people, and all of them had the same thing in common. They all went through some type of dark experience, something bad, and they didn't give up. They kept persisting, and because of that, they achieved a huge amount of success. And I'm not saying that that happens to everybody, but there's always that silver lining, you know, and I've always been a big believer things happen for a reason. And you have to pull from that. You got to pull from that experience. There's always a lesson in everything, in the good and the bad. So you're coming out of something and you just want to reflect on that. What do you need to learn? Because we definitely don't want, you know, again, they always say that if you don't learn from your past mistakes, you are doomed to repeat them. And, you know, that is, I think, at the very least, what we learn from coming out of a bad experience. So for those of you who have been going through that, and I do feel that there are some people out there right now that are listening that have been going through that, and you got to pull from that experience. So the next one on here is indigo. Indigo talks about improving your vision. Typically, this is not eye vision, clearly, but you know, if you are having issues with your eyes, I'm not a medical doctor, but I would just suggest go ahead and visit with the eye doctor and make sure everything's good. This is more about improving your third eye vision, the vision for yourself, the vision for your life. And based on your other card after that I pulled, this really makes sense because there's something out there that you're supposed to be doing. Maybe you've been putting it on the back burner. Maybe you, for whatever reason, could be personal, could be professional, but there's a vision that you have, and maybe you haven't been pursuing it because maybe you feel like, oh, it's not going to work. I would say quietly move forward with it. Just like we kind of see here, it's sort of a night sky with some stars around it. The stars are shining through the night for a reason. And one thing that I think is super important with this card is your vision is your vision. It is not for others to give you feedback on. It's not for others to hear. It's for you to see and move forward with. You know, sometimes I know sometimes people will say, oh, you know, stay accountable, tell somebody your goals. The minute people do that, I find that their vision gets clouded because you have somebody else's energy involved in it. So this darkness around the bright stars tells me you need to be quiet about whatever it is that you're working on. No matter how silly you feel like it is, no matter how much you're just dying to tell your best friend about it, my recommendation is keep quiet and improve your vision in silence. Work on your goals in silence. Let your results, once you have it done, let your results speak. So for example, if you're thinking about starting a business, file your paperwork, work on your business plan, get the funding together, find a location or build the site. And once it's done, then announce it to everybody. That way it's your vision. It's not someone else's. Okay? And I think people have well-meaning intention behind doing that. But even when we ask, well, I'm thinking about doing this, what do you think? We're inviting other people's energy in, and it muddles things up every single time. So keep quiet about whatever it is you're working on, and let the results speak for themselves. The next card that we picked here was the Burgundy, and Burgundy is Awaken Your Passion. I always love it when I get this card because it tells me typically that people who have, again, they have a vision, maybe they want to do something creative, you want to awaken your passion. So, you know, again, like if you're thinking about starting a business or you're thinking about changing your business model or doing something, going into a completely different direction, that's okay. There's no right or wrong answer. It's your life. You do what works for you. But this is also telling me that there's something with your passion, and it could be something that you love doing, but you've never felt like you could make money at it. Or maybe it's something that you've worked on before and it failed. Go back to it. Don't give up on it. You have, you know, like Indigo says, you've got a vision. You need to move forward with it. So you need to awaken your passion. Have some burgundy around you. Maybe, you know, again, it could be in a picture or a painting, or if you're a lady, you know, you could wear, you have some burgundy lipstick, just have it in front of you. You could wear it, but have it in front of you on your desk, whatever the case may be. But this is something that you want to have around you because it's going to feed your passion. It's going to give you ideas. It could be the one thing with the idea that you have that you're stumped with, like you're stumped in the process. Maybe you've been writing a book and now you got writer's block. You know, have burgundy around you to help inspire inspire and awaken your passion to help you kind of muddle through that. But don't go back to sleep. Awaken. The last card we pulled here was Emerald, and I don't get this card that often in anybody's reading, so I'm glad that it popped up today. But Emerald tells us to calm our mind, body, and soul. So this also tells me that if you don't journal, if you're not doing meditations or doing some type of meditation, whether that's in the morning or afternoon or evening, whenever you feel comfortable doing it, this tells me you really need to start doing that. Just like the water is dropping in here into the pool of green water, one drop at a time. So we want to soothe ourselves. We want to make sure that when we get calm, when we do some deep breathing exercises, or perhaps you like journaling, to do a brain dump and then talk about what you're grateful for, and then paint a picture of what your life is like, or feel what your life is like, how you want it to be. The Emerald is really telling us that when we do this, it opens the pathway for us to awaken our passion, to improve our vision for ourselves of where we want to go, and we can pull from the experiences, the dark places that we've been in our life. So these cards really go into a really nice conjunction together and work together very, very nicely. And even if you can find a painting or something that has all four of those colors in there for the upcoming month, I think that can really help to inspire you. So I do hope what I shared today resonates with you and helps you. Again, if you are a summer and you'd like to have your own personalized color reading, there's a link in the show notes below to have your own personalized, more in-depth color reading with the cards. You must know your season for that. If you do not know your summer, whether you're summer, spring, winter, or autumn, there's a link below to have your color analysis done online so you can find out what your season is, and then you can have a color reading done by me. Again, I hope this helps. I hope all of my summers are having a fabulous day, and I will see you next time.